What's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing? How are ya? I'm gonna give a couple seconds just see if people tune in. Kind of wait for you guys to hop on here. We are on week three of our social media training. Hold on a second here. Sorry, guys. How's everybody doing? When you tune in, feel free to say hello. I like to know that you guys are here and watching and attentive. When you pop in, also let me know how your day was on a scale of 1 to 10. Just curious how your day is going. Hey, Sandy. Say hi when you guys tune in. Let me know how your day was. If there's no longer a red live button up in the corner, you are watching the replay, so hashtag replay. Appreciate all the views these videos get. These are training videos, you guys. It's really crucial that you're here for these, to watch these, to soak up information, learn how you can become better, and so that your business can get better. You know, you grow, then your business grows. That's exactly how life works. Can I get an amen? Throw up some likes and throw up some hearts if you agree. I'm yawning. Having a puppy, man, I'm telling you, makes you tired and kick your butt. Sandy says 8 off until Monday. Awesome. Get to see you very soon. I'm excited. Very excited. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I don't want to waste your evening away or take up a ton of time. Appreciate those of you who are tuned in and watching. Okay, so my tip number 1, can somebody throw up a 1 in the comments below, and we'll get started with the very first tip on step 3 of social media training. Number one. Sandy says 1. So we talked a little bit about this on our last social media training, but I just want to touch on it one more time, because this is what starts the steps that I'm going to tell you guys about today, okay? Sandy said, I think it's just me. It is just you right now. But we like to talk as if other people may join or are watching later. So, tip number 1, messaging 3 to 5 new people per day. That is a goal, you guys. 3 to 5 new people per day. You add 3 to 5 new people, they accept, you message them, okay? Adding 3 to 5 new people and messaging them. Okay, constantly starting new conversations. That's how you're going to have conversations in the first place, okay? The biggest thing with this is eventually these kinds of business, they become a numbers game. Whether you're doing your sales or you're sharing through Facebook or social media, or you're doing your sharing through, face-to-face meetings, expos, vendor days, things like that. There's a million different ways you can do it, but it's all about getting in front of new people and having new conversations with people, giving them the information that they need to make a decision as to whether this particular product is going to help benefit their life or not. Okay, so my tip to you outside of the numbers game is pick a number that you can be consistent with. So at the end of the day, it is a numbers game. However, consistency will win every time. Be consistent, and you will see improvements in your business. That much I definitely promise you. Does that make sense, you guys? So maybe right now, if you're watching this, think about it and say, okay, I think a realistic goal for me is to message 3 people. Or maybe, you're like me, who I can be a little crazy sometimes, and I was like, I'm going to message 10 people. I'm going to message 10 people all the time. And I did that for a long time. And then things in my life changed and I altered my goals. So now I add and message about 5 new people every day, have new conversations. And it's amazing how many people, sometimes they won't even respond to my messages, but later on they see one of my posts about CBD oil or about fitness or something like that, and before you know it, they're messaging me, asking me a bunch of questions about it. They pop up right when you least expect it, okay? Does that make sense, you guys? Can you throw up some likes and some hearts if that makes sense, if that's doable? Write out your goal on a piece of paper of what it is and tape it somewhere where you're going to see it often. Tape it somewhere where you're going to see it often. I got a weird response the other day. Shoot me a message, Sandy. We can talk about that one a little bit more one-on-one. So we can talk a little bit more about that conversation itself. All right. Number 2. Tip number 2. We've got 4 tips, you guys. We're going on to number 2. Somebody throw a number 2 in the comments below. And I know not everybody's going to be on here. It's the 4th of July. A lot of people are traveling up north tonight. I know that. So, crazy here going on here. Sandy says 2. Awesome. Let's move on to number 2. A lot of people will ask, I'll tell them that piece of advice, and they're like, well, what do I say to these people? How am I supposed to have a conversation with them if I have never talked to them before? You guys, I am going to read exactly, I scripted something out for you guys to have, and I'm going to read it to you on here, but once I get off this live video, I'm going to copy and paste it in the comments below so you can save the scripting. So you can have a base script of things, of what you should say, and you can change out some things. Okay? Are you ready? Bear with me, because here we go. So, how do you start a conversation? You say, hi, insert their name. Always use their name. Don't just say, hey there, or hey girl, or hey guy, or I don't know, hey handsome, whatever you say to greet someone. Say hi or hey with their name. It's really professional, and it is, people like it when you know their name. When they're like, oh, they're talking to me. They know what my name is. They paid attention, kind of thing. So say, hi, insert their name. Thank you so much for the ad. So, saying thank you, thanking them for something. It's about them. I stumbled upon your profile and couldn't help but notice blank. So, right here, you're going to want to pay them a compliment of some sort. You're really pretty. I like your makeup. Your dogs are adorable. I see you went on a trip with your family. Did you have fun? I hope you had a good time. It could be literally anything, you guys. Anything. Pay them a compliment. I really love meeting new people, and I look forward to getting to know you better. How are you doing? And I usually include like a heart. So I'll do, how are you doing today? With like a heart and a smiley face or something, making it very friendly and very sweet. Most people end up responding to me and saying, oh, that was a night, really, really sweet of you. I'm doing great, like, how are you? Sort of thing, okay? Does that make sense, you guys? Is that helpful? Sandy, do you need me to repeat it at all? I'm going to put it in the comments below, like I said, when I finish. Actually, I could probably do that right now for you. Hold on here. My notes are on my computer, so I can probably just go here. Sadie, can you throw up some likes and throw up some hearts if that's making sense? That making sense? Here. I just scripted. Script is in the comments for you guys. So you should have that to use at your disposal, okay? Very good. I got it. All right, so that is number 2. Let's move on to number 3, okay? Tip number 3. Somebody comment on number 3. I'm really proud of you, Sandy, for being on this video right before a holiday. Super proud, a superstar. Number 3. Number 3 is more of just something that is really important to remember. The biggest thing when it comes to having conversations and meeting new people, you guys, we forget something as humans. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You have to prove your worth. You have to, not necessarily prove your worth, that's not really what I want to say. I want to say you have to learn how to peel back the onions that people have. People come in layers. They come in like layers, just like an onion does. You have to get to know them, and you have to start peeling off their layers, because that's how you get somebody to trust you. People trust you when you show them how much you care about them. That means you are communicating with them, you're following up with them, you're talking to them. Let's say they order CBD oil from you and you mark it in your calendar. I always tell people when they order from me, this is just a side note, I will say, hey, I'm really, really excited for you. I can't wait for you to get that oil. This is if they order online, okay? I always tell them, let me know when you get it in the mail. Why do I do that? Because once I figure out when they get it in the mail, I mark in my calendar 2 weeks after they get it in the mail, I'm going to follow up with them and see how they're liking the oil. You can do the same thing if you present the oil to somebody in person. Okay? You give it to them in person, you say, okay, today is, July 3rd. I'm going to check back in with them in 2 weeks. And you look at your calendar, what's 2 weeks from, what's 2 Tuesdays from today? And you just shoot them a quick message and say, hey, how are you liking that oil? What are you noticing? I'd love to get your feedback. People like to know that you care. Like to know that, hey, they sold me this product and they really love it a lot. They cared enough to check in with me and see how I like it too. I'm definitely going to stick with Sandy. I'm definitely going to go back to Sandy to get more oil. You build value in your relationships when you do that with people, you guys. So crucially important. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Rule number 1 in human relations, and I still work on this. I am not perfect at this, but Andy and I remind each other a lot of this. Take a genuine interest in the other person. Take a genuine interest in the other person. Set aside all the other stuff you have going on in your life and listen to the person in front of you. Because if you don't listen to them, you miss opportunities. You miss things they're telling you, and it goes right over your head, and you're like, I'm sorry, what was that? Stop everything you're doing. Listen. When you're talking to somebody, listen. Okay? I am not the best at this. I will admit that. But I am working on it, because that's what we do as humans. We work on things and we grow. When you take a genuine interest in other people, you never know what they could be struggling with and how you could be the one who saves them. How you could make an impact, because maybe for years they've been waiting for somebody to help them and nobody has. Nobody has. So why should they trust you when everybody else has let them down? Show them that you care. Listen to them. One of the biggest things, you guys, and most simple human lessons in life that we struggle so hard to master. We struggle so hard to master this. I've read a lot of personal development. They all talk about this, you guys. One of the biggest rules in life, let me guess, or let me tell you, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the other person. So it's about the other person standing right in front of you. If you can help thousands of other people get what they want, they will give you what you want. That's how a team works. Sandy says, so true, did this recently. Good. Keep practicing it. It takes practice. That's for sure. It's really important to keep practicing that. But just always remember, you guys, that it's not about you. Okay? That's a huge piece. So this business grows with consistent conversations with new people. We often think that we're going to get all of our friends and family to buy our products, but in all honesty, a lot of your business growth, most of your business growth will come from your cold market. Okay? When you run out of family members or friends, don't think that that's the end. I would say probably 80% of my sales went to people that I didn't really know that well. So far, you guys. They hear from a friend, someone refers them to me, things like that. they bought because of that. Okay, so does that make sense? Can you guys throw up some likes and throw up some hearts if that makes sense? Hey Jen, you're gonna have to go back and watch. I gave some really good tidbits in this video. I'm proud of you for popping on. I wasn't really sure. With the holiday weekend, it's kind of hard to say who was all going to be on. So we've got one more tip, you guys, and this one is a homework tip. So can somebody type a 4 in the comments below? We're going to move on to the next thing. Tip number 4. Oh yeah. I'm really hoping that Jax is not peeing on anything. We had a call with a teammate earlier, and we turned our back for just 2 seconds, and Jax was peeing right on Andy's phone. Literally right on his phone. Anyways, that's not important. Number 4, homework. Add yourself to new groups that are new groups on Facebook, I should say, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. You know how Facebook has groups? Like, we're inside a group right now. Lots of different groups. Add yourself to groups that are relevant to what you're selling or sharing, or have people that will help, that will be willing to help. Okay, this is huge, because if you think about it, how many groups are out there for fitness? How many groups are out there for autism? How many groups are out there for ALS, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, anxiety, depression? There are tons of groups. Okay, tons of groups out there. So I want you to start searching, like in the Facebook search bar, just start searching like CBD, or search health, search fitness, search wellness, search anxiety, depression, psoriasis, eczema. It could be anything. There's so many groups out there. Pregnancy, because pregnancy CBD oil is great for women who are pregnant. Okay, you can add yourself to any of those groups. The one thing, you guys, I want you to be cautious of is when you add yourself to a group, sometimes questions pop up, questions that you have to answer, and if they say that they don't want you to promote your product in there, just be weary of that. You can still get in that group and ask people, like you could still post a picture and just say, does anybody use this, to help alleviate their symptoms? And you'll get a ton of responses, and you could generate some leads that way, but don't make it salesy, okay? Don't try to just sell your product right then and there to everybody. Does that make sense? Can you guys throw up some likes, throw up some hearts, just so that I know that makes sense to you guys? And we're at the tail end of this training. Tried to make it really simple and straightforward with some good takeaways, so I hope I was able to do that for you guys. Throw up some likes, throw up some hearts. Oh yeah. We are at the very end of this training. If anybody has any questions, post them in the comments below within the next, 20 seconds or so. I'm gonna let you guys go so that you can get on with your holiday weekend. Enjoy it. I'm really excited to see you guys, those of you who are on here. We're gonna have a really fun weekend this weekend. I love you guys a lot. I love and God bless you. Andy and I could not have this team if it weren't for you guys. So we thank you very much, and we will be having another training next week. All right, bye-bye, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love and God bless.